Hey guys, what's up? This is Jason, and I want to show you in this video how to set up your Starship to have the maximum amount of tech you can. So, if you saw my last video about your exosuit, same general principles. Link up top and down below in the description. But the same principles. So, let's take a look at this stuff. Now, some of this stuff, the thing with the Starship is that there's a lot more technology that you cannot destroy, you cannot move. So when you get a Starship, the first thing you want to look for is where everything is placed. Like, you can't get rid of the pulse engine. You can't delete it and move it, guys. So wherever it is, that's where it is. So try to get it to where all of them are pretty lined up. I mean, you can't get rid of your hyperdrive. You can't get rid of your thrusters. So wherever they're at, that's where they're at. So it kind of limits you on where you can place stuff. And as you can see, I have an S-Class hauler with 48 slots. So I got a ton of room so I can move stuff around. And I have 8 slots in my tech inventory. Now, every ship is going to be different. Fighters, you don't have as many slots in your general inventory. But in your technology inventory, generally, a starfighter will have more slots. Depends on your ship. So work with what you have, okay, guys? The big thing is, same thing with your exosuit. Put everything together that touches. So make sure there's at least one side touches. And I figured out, I can't remember your name. I'll try to link you into the description. But there is a comment on my exosuit video that says the more sides that touch, the bigger the bonus is you get. So make sure if you can, like I really can't, but if you can, try to make more sides touch. So instead of having a straight firestorm, awesome. Let me get in my my ship real fast. Anyway, so if you could get like all 4, if you have 4 in a big square, that means more than one side is touching, you'll get a bigger bonus. My technology is not set up that way, so I have to do straight lines. So you see I have a pulse engine, and then I have 3 upgrade modules, and same thing as your exosuit. You can only have 3 in each inventory. So you can have 3 in your general, and you can have 3 in your technology. So that's what I did, and the first thing I know you guys are going to ask is, how did you get the efficient thrusters multiple times? That was a glitch from early on, like 1.5, 1.52, I think. And so they've patched it. You can't get multiples, as far as I know. If you know how to make multiple technologies like this, please tell me. Let me know how to do that. Anyway, but you want to line them up straight, or however you want them to be touching, so they have a bonus. Okay. You see, I have my shields right there. Boom. Now here's the other thing. I love my Photon Cannon and my Phase Beam. I have them maxed out, and these are the 2 weapons I love to use. I don't know what kind of weapons you have. Whatever your preferred weapon is, I would put it in your general inventory and just buff it out like that. Because, in my inventory at least, I only have 8 slots, and so I focus on my shield, that way I don't get taken down by pirate ships as easy. My shields are buffed out twice, so I have 6 instead of the normal 3. And also, that's my Photon Cannon right there. Boom, I have 3 of them. I threw in my pulse engines just to speed myself up, but there's not really a big bonus because I wish I had 9 slots, but I only have 8, so I can only get 2 to fit in there. But however many you can fit, try to use as much as you can. I will say, from what I've seen and from what I do, your hyperdrive upgrades, you don't really need more than 3 of them. Because it gives you warp cell efficiency 100%, and I could travel an extra 216 light years with that one upgrade. And so I have 3 of them, so every time I warp, I can warp 1,000 light years, and it barely uses any fuel. So, 3 is pretty good, and you're not going to be traveling too far. 1,000 light years is pretty far. So, my recommendation is just put your 3 on there, and don't worry about doubling that up. Don't worry about getting 6 hyperdrives. The other thing, I would focus on your shields and your weapon. Whatever weapon you decide to use, focus on that. Give yourself 6 upgrades for your weapon. I like the Photon Cannon. I use it a ton. It's easy to use. Same thing for the Phase Beam. I love that thing. Now, the other thing is, the economy scanner and the conflict scanner, they give each other a bonus. I don't know what that does, guys. So if you know what it is, comment down below and let me know. I do know that if you put them close to each other, if you have them touching, they do have a blue outline. Don't know what it does. I have no idea. Also, the teleport receiver, I'm still standing by my original video. Teleport receiver, unless you have the room, like if I have 48 slots, so I got plenty of room to do it. But unless you have the room, this is not worth it. What it does is it lets you transfer items from your inventory to your starship at a greater distance. So if you're far away from your ship, you can transfer it over. The problem is, far away means 100 feet. So if you're farther than 100 feet, like if you get to 200 feet, you're screwed. Teleport receiver doesn't work that far. So it's not really that big of a difference, you guys, whether you have it or not. So, I mean, if you don't have it, you need to be, like, I think around 50 feet away. So you have to be really close to your starship. But if you have a teleport receiver, you get an extra 100. So you can go out to 150 feet. Unless you have the room, not worth it. I wouldn't worry about having it. But the other thing I've noticed is that you only need the Indium Drive. Now, when you're going to different stars, you can go to red star, a green star, and a blue star. But in order to do that, you need to have a cadmium drive, which is for red stars. You need to have an emerald drive for green stars, and then you need an indium drive for blue. But it goes in that order. The first drive you get is a cadmium drive. That lets you go to red stars. So that's the first one you get. Then when you get to cadmium systems, I should say, you can get emerald. And so then they say, okay, you can get an emerald drive. And that lets you go to green stars. And so that's the second one you get. And the last one you get is the indium drive. And that lets you go to blue stars. Once you have the indium drive, you can go to any system you want. So you don't need these other ones. I had them in my spaceship, or my starship, because I thought I needed them to go to those systems. I can go to a red, green, or blue system with just one drive, the indium drive. So don't waste your space, guys. You can use it for other stuff. Get rid of that cadmium drive and get rid of that emerald drive. As long as you have the indium, you're good to go. So that's a huge bonus. I love that, you guys. So that's really the down and dirty basics of starships. Same thing as your exosuit, just maximize those technology slots and look for a good one when you buy it. Like if you're out there looking for a good S-class ship, I would recommend a hauler, because haulers have the biggest inventory for general inventory. Their technology is not so much, but that's okay. General inventory, you could put anything in here, and so you can make up for your technology by putting it all in here. So definitely, I think I would recommend haulers. Haulers are the way to go. And hopefully you guys like it. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. I upload episodes all the time. So I'll see you guys next time.